Okay, now what we're going to do is template a sink. In most cases, you may want to pull a DXF of a sink file off of Kohler's website or IPT or whoever. But in the case when you don't have the file and you don't want to get to a website, you can always measure a sink. Here I just set the sink on a countertop, set the laser up. I got the level of the laser a little bit above the target. I'm going to use this block to run around and shoot arcs and lines, okay? Now, what we're going to start off with here is arc mode. So I come to the beginning of the arc. If you remember when we were shooting arcs, we shoot at the beginning of the arc, the middle of the arc, and the end of the arc. So right here I have a point. I have another point here. And I have another point here. Now this line here is actually an arc. So I can use the last point of that, shoot the midpoint of this arc again, and then shoot the end of this arc over here. Now I shoot the middle of that arc and the end of that small arc. And because I want to go straight down to here, I'm going to change to line mode and make a straight line. So I measure from the same point here. Probably shouldn't have moved that target, but, and I go to the beginning of this arc over here. Now I switch back to arc mode and hit this point, move to the middle of the arc, the end of the arc, and like the other side, this side has an arc in it, so I will hit the one in the middle, the one on the end, and the middle of this arc, and the end of this arc. Now I leave it in the same place, switch back to line, hit a point there, and another one down here, which should complete our sink. It's that easy. And so what you can see here is that it's not that difficult to measure something like a sink here, and we're going to get into shooting a lot of other situations later. So there's a sink, DXF. Now you can take this drawing and move it out if you want to reveal. You can leave it where it is because it's net, or you can bring it in for an overhang if you prefer. And now we've measured a sink.